Hello everyone, welcome back to Sports Addict, where sports it's all that matters. For this video, I thought I'll, give you guys the NBA power rankings. The article that I found talked showing the what you might call the NBA power rankings was 11 hours ago, so it's recent. But the power ranking can change after it can change. After a few games, can change. So just heads up if whatever power ranking I rank the teams at are not like matching the whatever the commentator is saying, because this one was, like I said, the article Bleach Report had it 11 hours ago, so this is what they have supposedly. So at 10 there's the Denver Nuggets. They're 10 in the power ranking. This is what they have on here. Even accounting for the Partini mentioned at top of this article, the Denver Nuggets 10-7 start has felt very uneven. One night they're crushing the LA Lakers on the road, the next they're getting crushed by the New York Knicks at home. That may have something to do with Jokic missing 3 games, Aaron Gordon being out since early November. But the biggest culprit is likely Jamal Murray during the 2023 playoff that run that ended with a championship. He looked like the modern day Kobe Bryant. This season, he's shooting 41.5% from the field and 32.6% from three, while getting blown by missing rotations on defense. If the Nuggets are going to return to the contender tire, Murray has to be a lot closer to a playoff version of himself. So you have it. That's why they have the Nuggets in 10 in the power ranking. Then we have the New York Knicks at 9. Their previous ranking was 7. Let's see what I didn't see that. The Nuggets previous ranking was 5. See, it can change from time to time. This is what they have to say about the Knicks. It's been an up and down season for the New York Knicks, and this week was a sort of microsum of that. On Monday, they smashed Jokic Denver Nuggets in Denver and scored 145 points, but the week was booking with losses to the rebuilding Utah Jazz and the Dallas Mavericks squad without Luka. And if you're looking for a reason for the inconsistency, you didn't have to go much further than the defense. New York is scoring a whooping 122.1 points per 100 possession, a mark that trailed only by the Cleveland Cavaliers, but it's surrounding 116.6 points, a mark that ranks 24th. This century isn't characteristic of Tom type coach team and should be maybe even be encouraging for Knicks fans. Even with the bad defense, New York's above 500 and has a top 10 net rating. It's likely to get this team working better on the less glamorous end of the floor with the help of solid wing defense such as OG Boy and Bridges. If the offense stays where it is, the Knicks could start to look like a borderline juggernaut. So then we have the Memphis Grizzlies at 8 in the power ranking. They were previously 11, so they went up a little. A couple of rankings up. 2 rankings up, basically. After the Memphis Grizzlies went 5-3, Joan Moran 8-game absent due to hip injury, the star point guard returned this win and went for 22 points, 11 assists in a win over the Portland Trail Blazers. Then the team announced he'll be out for the following game, this time for a knee contusion. Given his slight frame and the recklessness with which he plays, this just might be the norm for Moran and the Grizzlies, but this team is built to survive when he's out. It was against the sub 500 Detroit Pistons, but Scottie Pippen Jr. went for 19 points and 9 of 12 shooting Wednesday went while 6 other Grizzlies scored in double figures. Then we had the Mavericks at 7. They were previously 10. They went up 2 rankings. Luka has missed five of the Dallas Mavericks last six games, and his team has won 4 of the 5 after much of the roster, including solid defenders such as P.J. Washington, Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes, Derek Lively II, Daniel Garford deserves credit, but the Lions' share has to go to Kyrie Irving. On the season, Irving is averaging 24.5 points, 5.4 assists, and 3.13 threes while shooting 46.6% from deep. And he's opened up a pretty comfortable lead over Doncic on the team. Doncic on the team 2024-25 win over replacement players leaderboard. Then we got the Magic at 6. They were 8. So they went up 2 power rankings. Things felt pretty bleak after the Orlando might lost their first 4 games without Panchero, who's been out with an oblique injury since November 1st. However, after a blowout victory at the Chicago Bulls on Wednesday, Orlando has now won 10 out of its 11 games, and during that stretch, their 2 leading scorers are the brothers Wagner's. France is at 27.0 points, 6.9 assists, 5.5 rebounds, and 2.3 steals, while Mortez is adding 14.7 points and 4.7 rebounds in just 20.2 minutes. With the confidence those two are gaining in larger roles, the Magic could be a near lock to finish in the top 4 after Banchero comes back. Nobody would probably expect the Magic on there, but respect, give credit to the Magic. Despite not having Banchero, they're stepping up. And then we had the Rockets at 5th. They were 6. They just went up 1 power ranking. The Houston Rockets are undoubtedly taking a big step forward, and that applies to just about everyone on the roster. Prior to Wednesday win over the Sixers, through one starter seemed to be lagging behind, though his first 19 game, Jalen Green, was shooting 38.1% from the field and 30.3% from deep. And more importantly, the team net rating was driving better when he was on the floor. His shoot first defense last game make at best a tricky fit for Houston. Otherwise, Glarentation offense and rigged defense, but on Wednesday, Green dropped 41 points. On 12 of 20 shooting, he drew 14 free throw attempts. It was a reminder of the offense upside he can bring. And although he obviously not going to drop 40 plus every night, defense knowing he's capable will make life easier for every other Rocket on the floor. Then we have the Warriors at 4. They were 3. They dropped down 1 in the power ranking. And this is what it says. Steph Curry missed the Golden State Warriors last game of the week with a patellofemoral pain in his knee, but their little slide towards the middle of the West began early following the loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder on Wednesday. The Warriors have now dropped each straight in 4 of their last 6, and it's starting to feel like they might need more from the young core, especially now the Anthony Milton is out for the season with an ACL tear. On the year, Kuminga shooting 30.5% from deep. Brandon Podziemski has been even worse, making only 19.7% of his threes. And despite starting off, but the team's most recent game, Jackson Davis has a negative net rating swing. Golden State has still been better than most could have expected at this point in the season, but realistic contention for Curry fifth title may require another developmental step from one or two of the above. Then we have the Cavaliers at 3. They were 2. They just dropped 1 ranking. After starting 15 and 0, the Cleveland Cavaliers have suddenly lost 2 of their last 4, and it's probably fair to point out that this is the point in the season they have the league's lowest or easiest strength of schedule. Still, there isn't much to nitpick here. Kenny Atkinson's rotation makes more sense than last season. The ball handling balance between Mitchell Garland have been fine, and the offense hasn't felt too cramped when Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and both are on the floor this season. Mitchell's averaging 24.7 points and 3.9 assists. Garland is at 20.2 points and 6.9 assists. Mobility is adding 17.8 points, 9.1 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.6 blocks, and 1.1 steals. And Allen is at 14.9 points, 11.0 rebounds, and 1.1 blocks. Then we have Oklahoma City Thunder at 2. They were 4. They moved up 2 rankings. So we're going with what it says about the Thunder. Losing Chet Holmgren was a big deal for the OKC Thunder, but Isaiah Hartenstein looks more than ready to fill his shoe at a different, though perhaps not much less versatile big man. The 26-year-old has been in the lineup for 3 games now. The Thunder have won them all, and he has led the way in individual plus minutes twice, and was only 2 points off the lead in the other game. Over his 3 appearances, he's averaging 15.3 points, 12.7 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 2.0 blocks. You would help even if Holger has gone down, but instant rim protection, rebounding, and underrated passing feel even more important now, and they're allowed the Thunder to keep rolling through opponents when arguably their second best player. And first in the ranking are the reigning NBA champs, the Boston Celtics. Okay. Previous ranking, they've been on first all this time. The Boston Celtics don't need any reinforcement, but they got some anyway this week. Porzingis returned from off-season ankle surgery on Monday and had 16.2 blocks in 23 minutes and helped the Celtics crush the tougher than expected LA Clippers. Last season, in postseason, when the big man was on the floor with Holiday, White, Brown, Tatum, Boston was plus 11.9 points per 100 possession, with KCP's outside shooting, driving lanes, and more open. For the other four Celtics, in his rim protection allows them to be more defensively aggressive on the perimeter, blows out about to be even more for Boston, regular for Boston. So those are your top 10 teams in the power ranking. Let's see who are like the worst teams in the power ranking right now. And I'm starting with 25. Starting from 25, down. So let's see. The Raptors are 25th in the power ranking. They were previously 26. They dropped one. They said what they the Raptor record is bad, no doubt about that. But they got just 3 appearances out of starting guard Emmanuel Quickly. And even after Wednesday blowout went over the reeling New Orleans Pelicans, R.J. Barrett and Scotty Barnes, who only appeared in 5 games and playing 119 minutes together Wednesday. That duo looked great, combining for 39 points, 20 rebounds, and 18 assists. Barrett was plus 23, while Barnes was plus 33. Granted that came against one of the most injured revenge teams in the league, but it was an encouraging result. And once or if Quickly joins the two forward wins should be easier to come by. Toronto might actually want to stay in the potentially star-studded lottery, but being in the East also means the Raptors are well striking distance of a play-in spot. Then we have the Blazers at 26 in the ranking. Let's see where we at. Oh, the Portland Trail Blazers are on pace to. They were 25th previous, so they went down one in the power ranking. The Portland Trail Blazers are. Hold on a minute, I somehow logged. Somehow it kicked me out. Sorry about that. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I see the Portland team are on pace to smash last season's win total of 21, but that net rating is in far from 23, 24 minus 9.0. That suggests the wins are going to start rolling less consistently, and the Blazers should again be firmly in the mix for the draft top pick. That doesn't mean this season is devoid of reason to watch. Portland young core is offering glimpse of hope for the future after handing out 9 assists in the Wednesday loss to Indiana Pacers. Colin Henderson is averaging 5.4 on the season, though he missed the most recent games with a knee injury. Rookie Donovan Clingan averaged 9.1 rebounds, 8.4 points, 2.9 blocks. It's just 21.9 minutes over his last 7 appearances, which includes six starts. So that's what the Blazers they have to say about the Blazers. Then we have the Sixers at 27. They've been in the they've been 27 in the ranking all this time. It doesn't look like there's an end. It's like for the Phillies San Francisco Wolves. MB, PG are both out with knee injury. Phillies somehow 0-4 in the few games MB had managed to play. And when asked about what can we expect of MB for the rest of the season, head coach Nick Nurse said the organization really doesn't know. If every appearance leads to swelling his knee, the Sixers might have to think long and hard about just shutting him down and taking things real slow with PG. Their approach will lead to be more losing, but it will also give Maxey McCain experienced opponents to lead a team. And if Philadelphia 2025 first round pick stays in the top set, they'll keep it. Otherwise, go to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then we have the Pelicans at 28 in the ranking. They've been 28 all this time. We're now 19 games in the season. The New Orleans Pelicans have gotten 6 appearances each out of Zion, McCollum, Murray just played his second game of the year. It's Wednesday loss to the Toronto Raptor, and Jose Alvarado has made the last 8 games. And now that some of these players are starting to filter back into the rotation, BI, aka Brandon Ingram, has only missed 3 of New Orleans' last 4. If this persists, the losses keep piling up, and the Pelicans have another sub 500 month in December. They might have to consider leaning into the losing. They own their own 2025 first round pick. And adding someone like Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper to the core has to be enticing. Then we have the 29th. It's the Jazz, the rebuilding Jazz. They've been 29 all this time. It becomes clear that the Jazz have been going to be all about where they end up in the 2025 draft lottery. And that makes sense. There's a lot of young talent there for the last 2 drafts. And Laurie, Markane have proved good enough to be on the most important players on a title contender, but it still feels like this roster is missing true franchise cornerstone level talent to play alongside Markane, Cooper Flag, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, or Igor Demon could be such a player, but the Jazz will likely have to land a top 5 pick to secure one of those talent. That means any Knicks, sprain, swelling, or whatever else pops up on the balance should be milked as much as possible. Utah is actually winning the minutes. It plays both Markane and John Collins, and at this point, winning any strike falling isn't great for the team long-term prospects. Then we have the Washington Wizards at 30 in the ranking. They've been 30 all this season. Now, over a month into the season, the Washington Wizards have still only beaten one team, the Hawks, twice. And Washington isn't really threatening opponent in these games. The Wizards have lost 14 out of their 17 total game by at least 10 points. 10 of those have made it with Washington down at least 15. There have been occasional glimpses of hope from Colabili, perimeter defense, Sar, rim protection, Carrington, playmaking for himself and others, but watching the Wizards has generally been a painful experience this season. So there you go, guys. Those are the power rankings of the NBA at the moment. Uh, Leave your guys' comments down below. Where does your team rank in the NBA power rankings. If I didn't mention them, feel free to write down put your own comment, where your team is ranked at, or is your team in the top 10? If your team is in the bottom, bottom, bottom six team, bottom five teams, or if I didn't mention your team, feel free to like comment down where does your team rank so far in the power ranking. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget this is Sports Addict, where sports it's all that matters. Until next time.